It is no secret that Elon Musk has a net worth of over $265.4 billion in the first week of May, making him the world's richest man according to Forbes' real-time billionaires list. He owns not just one, but several companies that disrupt different industries. And now, let's see what major updates the Boring Company has to offer for its very unique industry. First off, let's talk about Tesla's ramping up its production before discussing the Boring Company's major updates. So, the gigafactories at Tesla are each working on ramping up production in their respective ways and dealing with their challenges at this time. In Shanghai, more than 8,000 workers were finally brought back to the plant on April 19th, and by the following week, the plant began producing about 1,000 units a day. Those numbers are less than half of what the plant had before shutting down, but impressive for such a short time. In fact, images from the factory parking lot beginning to fill up on April 20th already showed the new Model Y cars arriving on just the second day back to work. This was possible because Giga Shanghai operates in a closed-loop system. Several nearby companies have adopted this strategy to protect their workers from COVID, which essentially means that all 8,000 of the workers will be living on site until the lockdowns are lifted, allowing them to stay isolated from the community and to be more easily quarantined in an outbreak. The fact that production numbers has already come back to this degree is pretty good news, with the special precautions that have been put in place and the supply slowdowns in Shanghai. In the meantime, Giga Texas continues to produce the mysterious Model Y, powered by a 4680. New Tesla Model Ys have been appearing in the parking lots surrounding the factory in nearly all of the colors in the lineup, except for Midnight Silver. Tesla's Austin factory has produced Model Ys with 4280 cells and the structural battery pack, but at its first quarter 2022 earnings call, Tesla said it has plans to use 2170 cells at its Austin factory later this year. It is unclear how many cars Giga Texas is building each day or in a week, and we don't even know the specifications of these particular cars. Tesla could be offering the same kind of dual motor they released at Cyber Rodeo for only employees, or something entirely different that they are offering to the customers. According to Elon Musk, the time it takes for a new factory to reach full production can be between 9 months and a year. Additionally, according to Tesla, they plan to make 1.5 million cars across all of their factories in 2022. All of Tesla's gigafactories are seeing their production rise consistently, so it's a good sign. As part of Elon Musk's manufacturing network, there are pictures of the new Starship plant being built in South Texas. These big tents, also known as sprung structures, have been used by Starbase's production facility. It's what Tesla uses at Fremont to produce the Model 3 and Model Y. And we know that this is not an ideal way to produce a product, which is why Tesla is working hard to build the fully integrated gigafactories. So, a new batch of updates coming from the Boring Company, including their first Hyperloop test. Giga Shanghai is back on track so far, and the Tesla Model Y is moving forward. There is a lot of news regarding the Boring Company's acquisition of $675 million in new funding to fund their tunneling infrastructure program and build a high-speed transit system called Hyperloop. According to a press release, the Boring Company received funding from several investors, which gave the company a valuation of about $5.7 billion. This money will reportedly be used to run a high-power boring machine named Prufrock purchased by the company. Prufrock, according to its representatives, is a next-generation tunnel boring machine capable of constructing large infrastructure projects within weeks instead of years, and at a fraction of the cost of traditional methods. In its current iteration, Prufrock 2, Prufrock is designed to mine at up to 1 mile per week, which allows the tunneling of the Las Vegas Strip to be completed within a month. Moreover, Prufrock 3 is designed to be even faster, with a medium-term goal of walking at 1/10 the pace of a human. Accordingly, if each Prufrock 2 mines 1 mile per week and TBC produces 1 Prufrock machine per month, the Boring Company will introduce 600 miles per year of capacity. As a comparison, in the last 20 years in the United States, there have been less than 20 miles of underground tunnels constructed. A major expansion of the Las Vegas Convention Center loop is currently underway to extend it to the city's downtown area. And this machine will likely be used to extend the Convention Center loop. Furthermore, aside from Vegas, new loop systems are also being discussed with the Boring Company for municipalities in California, Florida, and Texas.
This is all extremely positive news, but it gets even better since the company is also planning to develop a high-speed transit system that has been talked about for years but has never been implemented. Meanwhile, the company announced in a recent tweet that Hyperloop testing could commence on a large scale later this year. Since before he tweeted the official message, Elon has been riffing on the Hyperloop concept in his tweet responses, stating that the physics has shown that this would be the fastest way to travel from one city center to another, for distances shorter than about 2,000 miles. Furthermore, the Hyperloop system uses vacuum tubes to achieve frictionless movement to provide ultra-high-speed public transportation. Passengers would be seated in automated cars that rocket through a sealed tube. In addition, Hyperloops have the benefit of being airless, so there is no wind resistance, allowing the vehicles to travel at speeds over 600 miles per hour. It is estimated that a proposed Washington, D.C. to New York City rail line would take less than 30 minutes. It has been around for a while now that there is a concept called Hyperloop. Long before he found the Boring Company, Elon laid out his vision for a partnership between Tesla and SpaceX called Hyperloop in a 60-page document. Similarly, Richard Branson's Virgin Group, which has been developing its Hyperloop system since 2014, had the opportunity to conduct a reduced scale test in 2020, in which 2 staff members reached 102 miles per hour in just 6.25 seconds in a vacuum tube. However, Virgin has just announced a month ago that they would put an end to Hyperloop system for human transit, stating that they might still pursue the project for cargo, but not for people. On the other hand, the Boring Company will achieve a breakthrough if it can deal with this. With the advent of Hyperloop transit, we will be able to reduce emissions and fight climate change more efficiently than ever before, since we will significantly reduce our need for short-duration flights in massively polluting jet airplanes. Further, as we mentioned a while ago, Elon Musk's tunnel building company, Boring Company, has been valued at $5.7 billion, and it is no secret that the Boring Company's goal is to build an underground network of tunnels so people and cargo can travel around cities. And recently, it has just raised $675 million to move forward in this direction. Furthermore, the Boring Company reported that it raised $5.675 billion in a Series C funding round. According to the Boring Company, its ultimate goal is to eliminate soul-destroying traffic with a vast network of tunnels. As part of its latest round of financing, the firm plans to scale Loop, a system that will ferry passengers through high-speed tunnels. As previously reported, the technological breakthrough may one day allow passengers to travel at speeds up to 150 miles per hour. Taking a Tesla Model X electric car for a spin has only allowed the car to reach a maximum speed of 50 miles per hour in test rides with reporters. Moreover, Boring Company announces recent approval for its 29-mile tunnel network, allowing 51 stations under Las Vegas to be connected. Also, it will eventually be able to transport 57,000 passengers per hour, according to the company, which calls it the largest subsurface transportation project. The system differs greatly from the Hyperloop concept envisioned by Elon Musk, which would have pods whiz through tubes with even higher speeds, such as 760 miles per hour. According to one company developing the technology at least. Soon, several firms hope to bring the technology to life. As of now, Hyperloop says it is concentrating on its Loop project and Proof-Rock, the Boring Company's machine capable of digging large tunnel infrastructure projects in a matter of weeks. Additionally, to build out its Vegas Loop project and for research and development, Boring Company has significantly increased hiring across engineering, operations, and productions. And now, Musk, who already bought Twitter and took it private, which would make him the world's richest man. In buying the social networking platform for $43 billion, the Tesla and SpaceX CEO has erased doubts if he can raise the necessary funds to do so. To thwart a hostile takeover, Twitter's board adopted a so-called poison pill strategy. In after hours of trading, Tesla shares rose more than 7% after reporting an 81% jump in first quarter revenues. So, what can you say about this? Has Elon Musk's company already blown you away? Let us know your thoughts on the comments below, and thank you for watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe with post notifications so you don't miss out on Tesla Era.